Hello. Tell me, when you are pitching a sale or something like that, do your leads, do your potential clients ask for a brochure, for more time? Or do they say that they need time to talk to their wife or to their husband? Or that they need to think about it? Or they don't have the budget, even though you know they have the budget. So, do you face people who are always asking for more samples, more free trial, more brochures when you are selling? What if you could win the decisions in 11 seconds? 11 seconds. Well, you're going to say, Thomas, how is that possible to win a decision in 11 seconds? Each time I'm sales, I'm pitching, I'm selling, I'm pitching, I'm selling, I'm pitching. Each time it lasts for hours. Well, it has been scientifically demonstrated in 2019 that the primal brain, the decision maker in the brain, makes decisions in 11 seconds. In 2018, we were at 10 seconds. We gained 1 second, which for us is great. We have 1 more second to drive the decision process, which for the brain is a very long period. Maybe not for you, but 1 second is a long period. So you can win that decision in 11 seconds if you do target the primal brain. Targeting the primal brain is not targeting the rational brain. You know, we humans have that wrinkly, pinky part, a gray part, that you see in the movies when they open the brain bucket or when they play with brains or stuff like that. You may have seen that in some science books. That upper part of the brain is called the neocortex. It's what's driving our rational thinking. The human species is, by the way, the species that has the biggest neocortex on this planet. That's why we think that we are the smartest and that we're destroying the planet. That's a side comment. So, 97% of people out there are still thinking, especially when it comes to doing business, selling, that we make rational decisions. Why it has been demonstrated that we don't make rational decisions. The rational brain comes after the decision has been made. In fact, the decision process is a bottom up. We go from our primal brain, we make the decision, and then we have the rational brain that's going to rationalize the decision. I mean, think about the latest thing that you may have bought. A smartwatch, a new car, a new dress. Think about what happened when you decide to buy it and then you try to convince yourself that, I need that smartwatch because I'm going to be way more efficient when it comes to my meetings. I'm going to be able to read my emails, or that new dress makes a lot of sense because that color matches well the new shoes you bought, which you also try to rationalize the purchase because you needed this new pair of shoes, right? We don't make rational decisions. I mean, would we make rational decisions? I mean, you who are watching now, how many of you are driving the Indian car Tata? If you are in India, you may. In the rest of the world, none of you is driving that car. Well, it makes rational sense. 4 wheels, seats, an engine, a body. It's the cheapest car existing on earth. Why aren't you driving it? Why are you driving a Mercedes? Why are you driving a Dodge? Whatever. Doesn't make rational sense. You don't make rational decisions. Period. You have to understand that. And the day you understand that, you are going to understand that your clients, your leads, are not making rational decisions. And as such, you don't have to tell them about your product, your services, the features, the benefits and so on, because it's rational stuff. They don't want it. They want you to talk to their primal brain. The primal brain wants you to talk to it. And if you talk to it, you will get that bloody decision in 11 seconds. The rationalization process may take longer. I mean, I have clients, I know that they have decided to work with me. It takes them ages. I mean, I have a client, I just got the email, that's pretty funny, right before I started this video. Those are people I have started talking with 1 year ago. I knew they would work with me. They just made a decision to have me as a keynote speaker in their next event in March 2020. You know, it's even worse, it's not a keynote, it's a 2-day seminar that I have to run for them. It took 1 year, but they made a decision. I knew it. I knew I would one day work with them. So that's how my sales cycle goes. I once met a guy, we had a meeting for 30-45 minutes. Man, the decision was made in the first seconds. The rest of the meeting was talking about motorcycle riding because we are both motorcycle fans. So you see, if you make it well, they will make the decision in those 11 seconds, and then they will rationalize it. I mean, I had a talk with someone, and that lady, we talked about what she was doing and so on, and she asked me what I was doing and how I was doing. So I explained to her how the decision process works and how she should do things. And you know what she tried? Because she was selling one of her cars, and she tried to tackle the decision maker in the brain, the primal brain. And you guess what? In 30 minutes, that bloody car was sold. She didn't talk about the car. She didn't talk about the fact that it had so many miles, that she painted it maybe new, that she serviced it, whatever. Nope. She went for the primal brain, and the car was sold just like that. That's pretty funny. I mean, when you do it right, let's put it that way. When you are selling rationally, you are the saxophonist in the middle of the big band. 50 music players, 50 people playing music, and you're one of the 50 guys sitting there in the middle, and no one can hear you play. But if you do it right, if you hit the decision maker in the brain, you are going to be the solo player, the one standing in front of everyone and playing his solo of saxophone, and that everyone will applaud and will remember. Isn't that great? So I invite you at the end of the video, there is a link in the comments where you can get access to a free training on how to become an ethical persuasion leader. There are 4 videos. I invite you to watch these videos, learn something, it's free, enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.